Good morning, pregame crew. Hi, Luke. You ready to go back to bed? Hey, P-Corp, Brian, Tammy. Tammy, I hope your first day in the room was good. Hey, Blue Dog, Veronica, Mohammed, Sebro, Dragon Man, Jason, Peculiar, Bill. Good morning, good morning. I hope y'all had a restful night. I hope you had a great week trading. Yesterday was unbelievable. Days like yesterday happen, maybe, for, at least in my view, and days like yesterday, everybody has their type of system and edge, but it's like a once a quarter thing. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. Hey, y'all, haven't seen you in a while. My head, Don, Barry, Chuck. Hey, Sue, hope you're okay. Amir Asia, Widow Puppy, All Natural. Perfect. Wonderful, Tammy. That's good to hear, you know? We tried. Hey, there's Judd. Hey, Judd. Hello, hello. The market is still bouncing. Pulled back overnight, but now we are bouncing. These type of pullbacks overnight are gold for me because we're just cooling off the RSI from the heavy bounces yesterday. And if I forget to say it, volume. I need to mention volume. Yesterday was a lot of volume on our sectors. IWM was 64%, not to be specific or anything, higher than the average day's volume on IWM. So we saw all those small caps, all the growth names like AMC. That's not really growth, but y'all know what I mean. Small caps really bounce hard. There was lots and lots of volume yesterday. Awesome. That's wonderful, my head. That is great. All right, let's get started. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. We have a community in which you can join where we give our observations, we share setups, we share news, we discuss things like marijuana, psychedelics, crypto, Canadian stocks, whatever your passion may be, we probably have a channel for it. We also have a swing report service, which is what I hop to on Friday after the trading day. I begin the work on the swing report with our team. We have a wonderful team on the swing report, and we publish about a 42-page report, or a little longer now, every weekend, where we go over all the market, the sector rotation, and we go over names that we think are set up nicely for swings. We have Trader Pro Alert, we have courses, we have it all. If you're a trader, you want to learn more about trading, TCG has all the resources. So what I do every morning, Monday through Friday, is I go over the Fab Four futures, commodities, crypto, and movers and shakers of the day. So this is a very quiet period in the market, meaning we don't have a lot of earnings going on. So typically you'll have earnings and then the next day you'll have upgrades or downgrades. And that just, more activity begets more activity. And we're just in a very quiet period in the market. So just recognize that. Doesn't mean there aren't setups, but just know that it's kind of quiet today. So we may have a boring day. We also may have a face ripper. We'll be ready either way. So if you're interested in my chart setup, you can see it on the screen now. I'm going to delete the chart setup. All right, so the market has been bouncing. We have a 15-minute bull flag forming. Your next resistance is up at 43.4275 after this immediate resistance of 4336, support 432625, 431975. So let's look at the hourly. So on the hourly, ES, we have, okay, let me try that again. We have the hourly trend change. Lord have mercy, it's a Friday. Feels like a Monday. We have the trend change. On the 4 hour, we have the trend change. NASDAQ does not. NASDAQ has a 4 hour EQ. This is the story of the day. What's an EQ? It's equilibrium. It's where price is balancing. So we have this terrible, this huge pullback yesterday, huge bounce, and we had a pullback. And let's see where we stopped. Where she stops, nobody knows. So from this all-time high to the low of yesterday, the 0.618 was at 1475275. I hope you can see it right here where the crosshairs are. 1475275. Look where we stopped. 14755. That's where we stopped. I love Fibonacci. So the Fibonacci retrace tool just gives you benchmarks where you see price potentially pause. It happens a lot in nature. I've shared before, like on a human, the typical human, your belly button is at the 0.618 retracement of your body. So about 2/3 of your body is legs and the other 1/3 is upper torso and head. So Fibonacci occurs a lot in nature, and Mr. Fibonacci created the math series, and we use it in trading, and it's really, really cool. So 14755 is that key resistance we have to get over to change the 4-hour trend on NASDAQ, and how we break out of this trend could be the story of the day. So we have support at 1466775. So of our 4 RTY, IWM is bouncing the, oh, awesome. That's great to hear. Hey, Ronnie. Gap up in general. It just depends, Don. It depends on what the previous scenario was, because it's not just about the night's setup. It was what was happening the prior few days. We're always looking for trends, and we're always looking for divergences or where things are aligned. Yesterday, if you were in the TCG room, a midday show, I covered that all the sectors were at the day's high, and Dan points that out a lot. When we have rotation, XLF up, QQQ down, the market may go up, but it's not going to just like go bounding up. Yesterday at 10 a.m. Mountain, noon Eastern, we had all sectors at the high of day. The market's not going to roll over like that. We have to have some sector pulling back in order to get any balance. So with yesterday, we're just looking for divergences and alignment. And yesterday we had all sectors aligned. So it was Katie barred the door for bulls. So RTY bouncing wonderful, 15-minute holding the 8 EMA. You have support here at 224470, 2238. So we have RTY the strongest, then YM, then ES, then NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the weakest, but NASDAQ has carried us. I mean, if you think about it, is NASDAQ weak or is it back just tired? Look at all the carrying it's had to do. And we have a potential daily bull flag. So we got this 4-hour bear break, hardly any follow through, and they bought the dip pretty hard. So over 14755, and NASDAQ can go higher and confirm this bull flag. So I wanted to show you on IWM. So IWM, look here at my arrow in the far right corner. Average volume for the last 10 days was 25 million, 25.69 million. Yesterday's volume, 42.29 million. That is some significant volume. Look at QQQ. Average volume, 35 million. We had 50 million. So the market here, average SPY volume, 60 million, 59.8, and we had almost 100 million. Lots of bull volume yesterday of buying that dip. And think about, what is the psychology? So the psychology is, and we talked about it yesterday, the market's going up, up, up. Oh my gosh, I wish I had a position. I wish I had a position. Then it pulls back. All these people with FOMO over here are sitting there with their dollars, their hand on their wallet, ready to buy stuff. And that's what happened yesterday. We came and touched the 4-hour 50 EMA. We were watching market internals as we discussed yesterday, and it was a beautiful buy the dip moment. So let's go back up. So NASDAQ 4-hour EQ is the story of the day. Gold. Gold has a tightening range. We have a squeeze on the 4-hour. The squeeze just means price is compressing, and actually volatility is dropping off, but pressure is building. And then when that valve is released, then we have that release of energy either to the upside or downside. We have 4-hour inside bar forming within the range of the prior candle, high 1806, low 1796, and then 1793. Over that 1806, your next resistance 1808 and 1819. I am still not a gold fan. So typically we have three time frames that are very important, and it goes in this order. The most important is daily. So even over that, weekly is the most important, but things that I look at to trade: daily, hourly, and 15-minute. In any of those three scenarios, so daily, hourly, and 15-minute, my question always, in order to go long, are the EMAs overhead? Doesn't mean I won't go long if they're overhead. I may bottom fish, but typically you're going to do better if all the EMAs are underneath you. Right now, gold, the 21 EMA is overhead. That is a problem for the bulls, and it's a problem until it's not. They got to come back, pivot, get that higher low, and then get over those EMAs in order for me to even think about being a gold bull. And here's a great chart, just a general rule. You see this 250 MA overhead? You want those below you. If you are a steady buyer of names below the daily 50 and 200, I can show you someone who's inconsistent in making profits. It's hard to make money that way. There's a lot easier ways to make money. You're making it hard on yourself. So daily 50 and 200 overhead on gold, I'm a bear until that gets cleared up. Now look at the opposite day with oil. Oil has been pulling back, but look at this 50-day. All the EMAs are stacked positively. I've called it layers of cake, layers of cement, however you want to say it. But look at the layers of cake. Stacked EMAs below us. That is bullish. We have the rig count today. We are running into the 200 MA on the hourly. We have a little bull flag potential, resistance 74.86. Nice bounce, nice volatility on oil all week long. Support 72.72, 71.22. And I will try to go over whatever your request may be. I will try to go over it toward the end. I have to go through, not have to, but I want to go over all of these tickers, and I'll try to get to your individual request as I can. Okay, so Bitcoin has changed. Bitcoin is pretty weak. So we have an hourly EQ forming, support 32619, 32255, resistance 33061, 33310. This is the longest I've been out of crypto since last September. I haven't traded since Monday. I haven't traded crypto. I could have made decent money, I'm sure, on bearish trades, but I just didn't like any of the setups. It seems like there's not a meat on the bone on the bearish setups, and right now it's just too premature to be bullish on crypto, in my opinion. Ethereum looking a lot weaker than Bitcoin. Your key support 2050, and below that 2017, resistance 2160, 2180. Definitely weaker than Bitcoin. Got to get over this 2180 and look at the 50 MA making the frown overhead. So Ethereum definitely weaker than Bitcoin. Apple. Y'all know every Friday, what do I tell y'all? My favorite lotto trade is Apple. So Apple has a tightening range right now that I am watching. Apple yesterday, I posted in the room that we had this 15-minute EQ and this squeeze. This was my indicator to go long on Apple. We were buying the dip. Market internals were steady, and they were definitely not weak. We had volume coming in, so I bought the dip on this squeeze play on Apple, and we had a nice follow through. So here, I'm going to wait for Apple to tighten up. I hope it gets tight for at least an hour or two into the day. Mid-morning, when it looks boring as all get out, that's when I'd like to buy some lottos. And it'll depend on what we're doing. If the bear volume is kind of high and market internals are weak, I may play it bearish. But overall, again, we've talked about it. We are so close to this all-time high. We came within it 20 cents. And we could finish today above 145.09. That would be a tall order from the bulls, but Apple, I will be looking to play a lotto, most likely to the bullish side, but I will have to wait till market internals tell me that I've got friends buying today versus selling. Okay. AMC, what a dip buy yesterday. That was absolutely incredible. So we have support at 47.12, 45.12, resistance 49.99, and then 50.93. I cannot be playing AMC bullish up here. This was too big of a bounce. Huge bounce. Awesome if you got it. Wonderful. but I can't go long up here. The only thing I can responsibly do as a trader who wants to stay in this game for the next 30 years is I can only go short up here. So, and I'm just not a fan of going short on AMC when we had all these hungry hippo buyers over here. So 50.93, if we could go up and touch that area, that may be a good area to short. Let's see. So on the hourly, is there any? So on the 4 hour, we have the 21 EMA overhead. So we're going to, odds favor a 4 hour lower high compared to 55.07. That is a very high probability scenario. So I'm looking for that lower high. So I would only be looking short AMC if you're an experienced AMC player. Amazon takes my breath away. We talked about yesterday, it was a dip buying opportunity coming into that hourly 50 MA, and man, was it a beaut. So 27.37.55 is the 1.272 extension. Your next target is 39.73. This is a swing report name. So let's see. Sorry guys, I will wake up in just a second. Here we go. About 7% weak on Amazon for the swing report. That is a dang good week. So Amazon, I will only be playing long. So this is different. Do you see how this is different than AMC? Yes, it's ran hard, but it is ran so hard, but I am not going to short the biggest bull in the market at all-time highs. That's not a way to consistently make money. So there's Amazon and there's AMC. One of these things is not like the other one. So Amazon, I would only be looking long, and we may have a breather day. It just may be a day to just take a breath, and that would be okay too. So I'm not going to get caught up in Amazon lottos. They can be very expensive, and typically you're going to end up let me just stop and gather my thoughts. Premium sellers are the winners on Fridays 90% of the time. Whoever's selling premium. It's a risky game. It uses a lot of margin, but overall the odds favor premium sellers for Amazon options on Friday. So I don't want to get caught in that. But Amazon, I would only be looking bullish. So crowd got to upgrade. This is another swing report name from back here. We have had a wonderful run holding the 8 EMA on the daily. It has been tested and held. It hasn't lost the 8 and 21 EMA since May 20th. It got to upgrade. We have a tightening range, so it looks like we may be breaking that in pre-market. So 265.17 is that level for a break. I would be looking long on crowd if market internals are strong, long on crowd. I wish we had a squeeze that helps me play options on Friday, and we don't have anything like that. So I want explosion. IWM, we covered that. Nice bullish play. If I weren't trained by TCG, I would tell you this looks like a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders, but I don't want to get in trouble because it's not technically an inverse head and shoulders. But nice bounce by the IWM bulls. We had some nice volume as we discussed yesterday. So on the daily, we lost the uptrend, but this is best case scenario for a bear break for IWM, for the bulls to buy that dip the way that they did. So on a pullback, I'd be looking to go long IWM. This is not my king of the mountain trade. Okay, MRIN, high risk top fish short. So I would be looking to short either 1955, 2010, or the other resistance 2090. We have the 50 MA overhead making a frown, and this weekly chart, this RSI is at 84, and this sucker is not even close to this 8 EMA. So we talk about the Old Dominion snapback where we have price snap back to those EMAs, and we are really far away from those EMAs. So top fish, MRIN, high risk. Over 2090, your next resistance 2148. This is one of my king of the mountains today. NIO, top fish, short. So if the market is weak today, I would like to be looking short on NEO. So NEO resistance 47.20, and your next resistance I would say is a confluence of these MAs. So I'd be looking the $48 range, and then your next support 44.89 and 42.73. NIO, top of the king of the mountain, top fish for me. SAVA, first 5 minute oversold. So look at this little orange line here. You see that? I already have my alert set. I don't have to have SAVA pulled up. So 99% of the time, here are my 5 charts. So I'm showing you my setup: NASDAQ, SPY, Apple, and Amazon. I don't have that pulled up yet. Amazon, Google, and Tesla. So I have 5 charts: Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla, SPY, and I typically have 1 futures chart pulled up for NQ. That's what I look at every single day. I'm not going to have this chart pulled up. I'm going to have an alert set. When Sava gets to 5-minute oversold, I'll watch for friends to join me, and I will go long on Sava. Look at this 15-minute chart with Heiken Ashi. Look at this bull volume. Incredible. This chart is just a beaut. Look at that. Heiken Ashi smooths out the candles, and it's a nice visual to keep you in a trade longer than maybe you were willing to stay in it. It just shows you the trend is up, and this was beautiful. So I don't know if it'll give it to us because it's just so strong. Snow could be the most frustrating stock on earth. I mean, I'm going to call this my first husband's name. Okay, so Snow is Dwayne. We're going to call Snow Dwayne. Frustrating is all get out. And it's just, it is stuck in this range. We have a squeeze. When or if we get over 255.99, Katie bar the door. It could be an absolute explosion. But until then, it's going to take your money. This is a take your money type machine at the casino. That's all it does. It's just eating through people's money. So 253.32, we went to 254 yesterday and rejected. This pressure is building. If it gets over 256, this could be a very fun trade. This would be my king of the mountain if it were to get over it. But right now, I don't want to feed any more money into this machine. Space yesterday had some awesome volume. We could have a 4-hour bull flag. This one could be a great lotto trade. We're breaking this little support and pre-market without a lot of follow through. I like space to the long side. It also would be a 5-minute back burner trade. So let's set that alert. Okay. Space. So, can't do it like that. Let me start over. Okay, so on space, you start out with the time frame you want the alert, then click the clock, your RSI indicator 30. Create. So it's telling me that it could repaint. Don't worry about that. It doesn't do that. So my alert is now set for space. Tell me when the 5-minute gets oversold. It looks like it got oversold in pre-market already. So this may not be as good of a setup as SAVA. So I would only be looking long on space. Now, if something happens with what is it, Branson, whoever's going to space, is it this weekend? If something negative were to happen, this thing could, it could really, really drop. So be careful with space long over the weekend and verify the news. I'm not absolutely sure what the news is or when he's supposed to go to space. Resistance on Tesla, 658.50. 658.99, 660, support 65520, 65451. I like Tesla to the long side. Tesla to the long side. We have a little bit of an hour bull flag forming. Visa, we had this EQ and we got to upgrade. It looks like we're breaking bull. This trade's busted. If we had opened within this EQ today, I would be looking long because it got to upgrade, but it's already popping on that news. So that trade's busted. Sorry, folks. SPY. Let's get you some levels. Man, I had Keltner channel stuff I wanted to talk to you about. I have had that all week. So resistance 43306, 43443, support 431, 430, 23. Yesterday was a pretty large range on SPY. We could stay within that range all day. Be prepared for it. QQQ, this is the story of the day, 4-hour EQ. We are stuck underneath the hourly 50 in May. It is the story of the day. Heiken Ashi, you can use on any time frame. It just helps you stay in. Yep. Okay, now, I like now, Sue. I was watching it yesterday. I really like this chart. Y'all don't hear me say that a lot. I like this chart. Needs to get over 56529 and then we could get some follow through. We don't have squeezes. We do have declining bull volume. here. But overall, I like now. BBY. Ugh. Squeeze on the weekly. 27.05. We held that key support yesterday, 27.05. On any bounce, we're looking for a daily lower high. On the hourly, got to get over 29.28 to change that trend. I was looking at charts this morning, and I was looking at this. On the weekly, BAC, you remember we talked about double bottoms and double tops as being a great place to start if you are a newer trader. Look at this. It broke it by 1 penny yesterday, 38.48, 38.49 weekly support on BAC. They have earnings July 14th, so that is next week. So be careful, but just another good example of double bottoms, double tops. Look, you would be up $1 on that, which that's a lot on Bank of America. Okay. Shop for Tammy. Oh, thank y'all for joining me on this Friday. I know we call this a show, and I never show my face. Would y'all be interested in having kind of like an interactive show next week where I show my face in the bottom left corner, or y'all want to save the screen real estate for charts? Resistance 1488, then 1499, support 1457, and then 1452. Y'all would see how much I use my hands if I were to turn the camera on. All right, that's it for me. Thank y'all for joining me. Use stop losses, TCGers. I'll see you in the room. It is Jason going live in 6 minutes. Are y'all there? Sierra, Carve. Sorry, Dragon Man, just saw this. You have an EQ. Be careful. This looks like it's a low float. I can tell by the spread. It flew yesterday. Be very careful with names like this. Here are your levels if you want a screenshot. No face. Oh, Crypto Daniel, you want charts. Y'all are funny.